Hi guys, so today I want to share with you a very different haul. A haul I have never done before on my channel, at least I don't think I have. But I had Snapchatted, is that a word? I don't even know. But I do have a Snapchat in case you're wondering, Cheap Crafty Girl, I'll link it down below. And I Snapchatted, that's a word, that I bought some books at Half Price Books and asked if maybe I should do a haul. I got a lot of Snapchats back saying yes, please. So I'm gonna do it for those of you who really wanted to see this, and I thought that maybe that you guys would love to see the books I got, but I'm also going to include a movie trading company haul into here as well. It's just been kind of one of those weekends where my daughter and I wanted to get some movies and some books. It's like our favorite thing. It's something that we have in common. So it was a really fun time, and sometimes being on the weekend, you can spend a lot of money if you go out, you know, whether you go have dinner or lunch, brunch, breakfast, movies, bowling, all of these things. So the fact that I pretty much spent about $85 isn't bad, because otherwise I'm really not going to do anything, and we got a lot of things that we really loved. So for going out for a weekend and spending that much, you know, it's not too bad. So here is the bag of books in here, and then we're gonna take a look at all the movies that I got as well. I'm really excited. So let's go ahead and get started. I also used to do book reviews on my channel. I called it like Book Review Friday. I absolutely loved it. It just kind of fell off my radar because I do a lot of different things on my channel, and if you follow me on my channel, then you know I've done like recipes and hauls and DIYs and planner stuff, and I've done tags and things like that. So book reviews just ended up being one of those videos that just kind of fell off my radar. So if you are interested, I have a playlist of my book reviews, and I'll link them down below if you want to watch. So let's jump into the books. I will also show you what my daughter got as well. She's 15, in case you're wondering for her age range. And just so that you know a little bit about me, I love historical romances. Anything by like Joanna Lindsay is a favorite. So those are just my favorite. But I also love like future fantasy, futuristic. Future fantasy, futuristic. It's one of those days. Whatever's happening upstairs is not working. Okay, so, and also if you don't know about half-price books, I don't know if they're located all throughout the country or not, but they are in Dallas, and you can actually sell your books to half-price books. It's like a resale shop. So it's really awesome, and I had zero plans to get anything. So when I first walked in, they don't just have books, they have albums, vinyl records, they have magazines, they have books, they have all kinds of books, from philosophy to cookbooks, you know, just things like that. So the first thing that I saw were Christmas cards. And I took a photo of a bunch of different Christmas cards, so I'll insert those at the end of this video so that you can see all the different kinds. But I saw this one and I absolutely fell in love. It's so different. It's very horizontal and long, which is just kind of not your typical Christmas card shape, at least not the standard that you normally see. And I just thought it was so beautiful. And there is actually real glitter here. It's so beautiful. And the back shows you what the envelope looks like, which is really cool. And then here's the inside. And how many do you get? 18 decorated cards and envelopes, and it was $5.99. That's stellar in my opinion, and I think this is so gorgeous. This is kind of like the town I want to live in, you know, the towns that you see on Hallmark movies, the towns that you may expect in places like Connecticut, maybe Vermont. I honestly was expecting myself to buy my Christmas cards from Big Lots, and I probably will too, but this one's so beautiful I had to get it. $5.99. Hello. All right, let's start off with my daughter's books. Okay. Heir of Fire was $9.49. It's a pretty big book. I don't really know what it's about. I don't think it's the first book in whatever series. It's a Throne of Glass novel So A Throne of Glass must be the name of the series. You've got Throne of Glass, which may be the first one, and then A Crown of Midnight, which may be the second. I don't know what number this is in, but she looks really cool. From what my daughter tells me, she's an assassin of sorts, and some king wants to basically employ her to be his assassin. So I don't know if that's correct or not. Pretty intriguing. I might read it. All right, the second book that she got, which is the whole reason why we actually went to Half Price Books, was because she wanted this book. She doesn't have it in her collection, and she has most of them. And it is the Shadow Hunters Codex. So by Cassandra Clare. And this is, I think this is like part of the Mortal Instruments, right? So Mortal Instruments came out with a movie. It didn't do so well, so they turned it into a TV series. I know because my daughters watch them. And it was $9.99. So yeah, so the Shadow Hunters Codex. All right, now on to what I got. So of course I went straight for the romance section, and I found a Joanna Lindsey novel that I don't own, and I own pretty much all of them. So a long time ago, I bought her entire collection off of eBay. But this is a brand new one. It's called Stormy Persuasion. I'm not a fan of the titles. Some of them can be pretty, I wouldn't say embarrassing, but some of them are pretty like, oh, it's a little cliche. But it was $7.99. And if you read Joanna Lindsey, and if you read the Mallory series within hers, this is a new one. It's about Judith and Jacqueline Mallory, which are the two cousins whose dads are James Mallory and Anthony Mallory. So it's about one of the girls, Judith. So I had to get this, of course. So I'm really excited to read this. And I love that she does that. Like, each character that she writes about eventually grows up, and she writes about them later on in their love story. So it's really cool. So the second book is very different from anything that I normally ever buy. And it's a Debbie Macomber's book. I think I'm saying that right. Debbie Macomber. I can't say it. I can't talk today. But what I do know about her is her books turn into a lot of the Hallmark movies. So like a Debbie Macomber's Christmas, I don't know if that's right or not, but this one's called Christmas Letters. And for starters, I just love the book. So cute, so petite and mini, like compared to this. So absolutely adorable. I love the cover. The cover is very warm and inviting. Did an alien inhibit my body while I was sleeping? Is this the result of that? Because I cannot speak today. Okay, so here's the back. Very cute. Really grabbed me, really did. $5.99, hello. So this is about a woman named Catherine who spends her day at a cozy cafe in Seattle where she writes Christmas letter for other people. She's good at making their everyday lives sound more interesting, more humorous, and more dramatic. But for Dr. Wynne Jeffries, who also frequents the cafe, Christmas means lies and deception. In fact, the renowned child psychologist recommends that parents bury Santa under the sleigh. That's a little harsh. So I'm guessing the two kind of, go head to head in their theories, and I'm sure he ends up falling for her, or hopefully he does, right? So yeah, I thought this was really cute and intriguing. I can just see myself reading this, cozy up in a blanket by the fire, so it's really cute. All right, so the last two things that I got are actually games for my computer. If you've watched some of my videos and my Snapchats and my vlogs, then you know that I love playing computer games. They're very relaxing, they're so fun. And Big Fish is my favorite, what would I call it? Big Fish is my favorite maker. So they actually have their own website, and you can browse all of the games that you can download on your PC. They're completely safe, they're reliable, they're the best, in my opinion. They have the best games. So I got two, and this one is called Strange Cases, The Lighthouse Mystery. And what I love about these Strange Cases is that it's like interactive. It's not just a find and seek, but there's a storyline in it, and your character like actually moves throughout like a map and does stuff. So it's really, really fun. I've never actually heard about this one, so I'm really excited to play it. and it was $4.99. $4.99. I should have got all of them. And here's the second one, Mystery in London, On the Trail of Jack the Ripper. I thought this one would be really fun to get for Halloween. And then here are some of the screens. Yeah, so fun. Hidden Object Adventure. That's what I love about it. It's hidden object, but there's an adventure storyline to it. I don't really just like a hidden object game. It gets like very boring after a while, but this is like an adventure action. So really cool. Has a PC software. You just download it. It's awesome. And what I love about buying my games like this is I can download it and install it, but then after a while, if I've beat the game or whatever, I can uninstall it from my computer, free up some space, and then again, when I'm like, oh, I want to play this again, you know, pop that disc right in. So that's what I love about it. But I can tell you that on Big Fish games, if you download and you don't do a CD, you can have the option to have them ship you a CD for an extra cost so that you can have it, but they give you the key code, and if you store that, you can still uninstall, and then when you reinstall, you just have to grab your key code and reinstall like that. So what I do, in case you're wondering, is when I buy off of Big Fish Games, I have a folder in my email, and I call it PC Games, and that's where I store all of my key cards, so if I ever need to download them again, they're all in one folder. All right, so that is it for Half Price Books. I think it's very exciting, so I'm super excited to get started. I think I'm probably gonna read Stormy Persuasion first, for sure. All right, so now let's move on to Movie Trading Company. If you don't know what it is, it's the same concept as Half Price Books. It's like a resale movie shop. You can sell your DVDs, your VHS, your cassette tapes, your video games, board games, all kinds of things. You can also rent movies from there. You can rent game things. You can rent like the PS4, you could rent the Xbox, things like that. So, but today I bought all of these, so these are all purchased items and not rentals. So here are all the movies I got. All right, so the first two off the bat is Lord of the Rings. Okay, got Lord of the Rings. I got the first and the second. The first one is The Fellowship of the Rings for $3.99. That's crazy. And then The Two Towers is the second installment, $3.99. That's amazing. I love Lord of the Rings, and I was really surprised that I've never owned them. So, and I mainly love it because Legolas is just fine. He is just all kinds of fine. You know what I mean? I got those. All right, this is my daughter's pick. She got Fool's Gold, $3.99. Amazing. Has Matthew McConaughey and Kate Hudson in it. It's a good movie to own. Yeah, sure. All right, here's the other movie, Mortal Instruments, City of Bones. I was just talking about this. This is the movie that they came out with, didn't do so well, turned into a TV series. I've watched the movie with my daughter. It's actually pretty good, so I'm really surprised. It may be just been timing, but now there's like a huge following. It just wasn't as popular. No one really knew that much about it when they made this into a production movie. But now, from what I've heard, it has a huge following. So this movie's really good. It has really cool storyline. All right, this is her other pick. One Direction. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. It's $3.99. It was like a $3.99 day. It's pretty cool. If I hear one more thing about Harry Styles. All right, so these are basically my picks, and I got the Santa Claus. So it was $7.99. We already own this, except the first one we own is so old, and it skips at a certain point when he first goes to the North Pole, and I hate that. Like, I want to see the whole entire movie, so I figured the first DVD is just kind of done. So, and I've tried cleaning it, doesn't really work, so I decided, you know, it's time to get a new one. And this is like a staple in my house. I don't really want to use up my Netflix DVD because I'll end up keeping it for months. So there's no point in doing that. I figured, you know what, it's one of those movies that it's a staple for us, so I gotta own it. And I'm a huge Tim Allen fan. Like, there's nothing that he's done that isn't amazing. Christmas with the Cranks is one of my all-time faves. Which, by the way, is streaming on Netflix right now. So Christmas with the Cranks. All right, so the next one that I got, I kind of surprised myself, but I was just like, yes, you know what, I'm gonna do it. Ghosts of Girlfriends Past. I thought it was really cute and appropriate. It does have that like end of the year snowy, maybe holiday feel to it, I think. I don't remember. Again, another another Matthew McConaughey. Y'all know what I mean, okay? So Ghost of Girlfriends Past, $3.99, and I vaguely remember this movie, but I remember Emma Stone. Emma Stone's character in this, with her hair all kinds of crazy and her braces, I remember it being very, very funny. So I figured this would be a cute one, and $3.99, how could I not? All right, here's my next one. It is a favorite of mine. It's called Just Right and has Queen Latifah in it, and this is common. And I love this movie, and I love me some Queen Latifah. The Last Holiday is streaming on Netflix. I love her in that. She's so funny. I wish she was in more movies. She's just not in enough movies for me. And this is I love this movie. So basically, she is like a trainer, rehab kind of person, and he plays professional basketball and he gets hurt. And so she helps to train him back to being in shape. But he is dating the wrong woman, and she's like right there in front of him. And it is I love it. I absolutely love this movie. So I'm really happy that I got it. It was $5.99. And then here are some of the images on the back. So yeah, I mean, Queen Latifah, yes. The very last movie, I was just telling my daughter that we have to own this. How do we not own it? Is Casper. $7.99. And it has Christina Ricci in it and Bill Pullman. I love Bill Pullman. This movie is so sad yet funny, and it makes me sad about the little boy. So for $7.99, I figured, you know what, this is a great deal, and this has to be part of my Halloween collection, and that is the final movie that I got. So I think for starters, I think I did a great job picking out movies for myself. I love the prices. I was really happy about them. I'm glad that my daughter got a bunch of movies that she loves as well, so that's really great. And I think I'm going to watch Just Right and Ghosts of Girlfriends Past today, and maybe Casper a little bit later. So I really hope that you guys have a movie trading company in your area, or just maybe you have something that's similar but it's not named that. Maybe do like a Google search. But I love resale shops. All right, that's it. That's my haul. Those are the things I bought this weekend. I'm really excited about it. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you want to see more hauls kind of like this, and the books that I read and the movies that I pick out, just give this video a thumbs up, comment down below, let me know. I have a feeling a lot of you are really going to like this, because I know that we're very similar in a lot of ways. So that's it. I hope you guys have a really great weekend, and I'll see you soon. Bye.